And we are back
With an
once again. And this time around, it seems... Go ahead.
It's an exciting TVP.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting
Our
TVP.
specialty.
It is our specialty indeed. And it's going to be iaguz, who was just casting with me, against Bales. So they're just getting ready and set up. And hopefully Desro shows up sometime in between so that him and Caliber can start.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will go and play without warm-up against Jig if he shows up.
And that's a confident Katsis.
Jig is already in chat.
So
Nice.
perfect. Jig is already in chat. So yeah, we should have a couple matches getting ready to go here pretty shortly. In the meanwhile, not many people are tweeting. Let's see Twitter. Go up. So we asked for tweets. Caliber asked, how hard am I gonna win? And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell. Only a biased caster would say that you're gonna wreck him.
And you're not the biased
Yeah, I'm
caster,
not
so
a
that's
biased
impossible
caster.
to say.
Yeah, it's impossible to say.
I wonder what the league like would say.
Then
League
Andrew Hamilton, this is a question for Mini Racer, I believe. Why didn't you play in the EU MLG qualifier? Will you sign up for the open bracket if you don't qualify?
Because even through all the amazing announcements and stuff about the European qualifiers, somehow I missed it, along with the entire rest of the European community, except for TLO and NRS.
Yeah.
And the Isubai.
And the Suba people.
Isuba, NRS, and TLO found out about that qualifier. TLO chose not to tell anyone else on Team Liquid.
But I'll be playing in the North American one.
Yep.
So I'll probably be playing Jon Snow tomorrow. And if I lose that, I'll probably be killing myself.
Wow.
Wow.
Production, can we edit that?
You can't say that?
I don't have that.
There's a delay, right? Can we like...
Can't you say that?
That you'll be killing yourself on stream? No, you probably don't want to say that on stream.
Like, is it offensive or is it just like,
I don't know. Should I be concerned for your health?
I don't know, maybe you can keep an eye out on me, like put the covers over the pool or something.
Right, let's hope you don't lose then, I guess.
Yeah,
But Jon Snow is a pretty good player. He
I
has
heard
been known to all kill AG and stuff like that. But of course,
He might be a good player, just didn't
Mini
hear
Racer
of him.
has the European pride. And also Huck called me a bitch on Twitter, so thank you for that. He did hashtag MLG, so he's
So it's related.
it is related.
Yeah,
And what else is there on Twitter?
I don't know, let's look.
Well,
There
you
isn't
can
a lot.
click on Twitter, yeah. How is it going at the Root House? Asks Tommy Ride, also known as Taco8787.
It's going pretty well, what do you think?
I mean, I've been here for a while, so.
Yeah, I think it's going pretty well, except for this recent incident on stream.
Why?
I don't know, it's been going well other than this.
Why?
What do you mean,
What's
why?
wrong with this?
I couldn't say what would happen if I lost.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean that as an offense to Jon Snow. I'm sorry if you're sad. Well, no offense. You're probably a fantastic player.
Probably. And Clarity Shoe says, hi, Mini.
But that's not relevant because he didn't hashtag MLG.
He didn't hashtag
Sorry,
MLG,
man.
Indeed. Wait, is that your Twitter now?
Yeah.
Oh, when did you log on your Twitter?
Well, I don't know, when you stood up to show Rob something.
Why would you do that? Okay. So tweet at Fnatic Mini Racer in all the tweets as well. Otherwise, we won't get them.
Yeah, you could just hashtag the MLG thing.
That's true as well. And it looks like we might be ready to go with iaguz against Bales.
Yeah.
They're both fantastic players in the North American scene. iaguz coming from Australia.
Yeah.
So Australia, is that a thing? Australia? Australia?
Like a Reddit thing.
It's a Reddit thing. So Australia and America have always been kind of friends.
Or have they?
They've never
Rob.
they've never not been friends.
They've never not been friends.
So they're just
let's go with
neutral.
that. They're just homies. Like, you know, they're both big and they both...
Where's this going?
I don't know. He's kind of American, I guess, is what I'm going to. And Bales, of course, from America, one of the best protos in North America, oftentimes overlooked. We'll see how
He's been playing a
manages
bit in
to-
Europe, he's really good.
Yeah, he plays in Korea as well.
Really? I maybe stopped playing in Europe, I'm not sure. All I know is he was playing in Europe and...
Yeah, he plays Korea in Europe and not so much in A. Most players don't play in A.
Well, that's quite
From
a
an A.
surprise.
It is quite disappointing, actually. So hopefully we get more stuff
Except
like
when
the
there's Shoutcraft stuff.
Yeah, Shoutcraft's so good for American ladder because then all the people that are good in America actually play on America. That's really
Like, there are
nice.
some decent North American players, it's just that no one plays on the ladder.
Yeah.
Like,
And as a result, we have David 12 on the ladder.
yeah, that's North America, come on.
No offense.
No offense to David, but to the rest
Come
of
on.
America.
So we have at the bottom hand location, at the bottom left, we have Bales from.
He used to be in Deimos, right?
Deimos
Yeah,
disbanded.
yeah, Deimos disbanded, but didn't they create a new team? I guess Bales is not part of it. Probably not.
I don't know.
He's not
So-
on team. He's not on Liquipedia, so he's
Very good player.
All right. Do you know Bales? He was in Clarity before this.
Yep.
He challenged me to a best of 3 for $10.
Yeah.
How do you think that went? No, it was a best of 5.
Why didn't you tell me? Oh,
3-0.
3-0. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, surprise.
But you know how he won his money back?
How?
Betting 8 against the best Belgian Protoss,
Which one
Bully.
is that?
And I said, Bully, I'll put the $10 I won on you.
Isn't Naiden the best? Oh no, he's
Is
not.
he
well,
from
maybe,
Belgium?
yeah, my bad.
Wow,
my bad.
these Americans.
What about Orc? I'm not American.
He's from the UK.
yeah.
Oh, who's Belgium then?
Bully.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So, his PvP is very good, that's all we know.
Yeah. And in the bottom right-hand side location of this map, Frost, we have from Root Gaming, iaguz, represented by proxy, of course, the same sponsors that we've been saying for Vibe. TT Sports Twitch, V3 Gaming PC. So thank you to them for supporting us. And yeah, he's going for a CC first, actually.
Fearless, not scared of anything.
Indeed. Frost is one of the maps in the map pool, or the map in the map pool that prior to the new maps, I'm not sure exactly how the new maps play out, but this was the map where even when Terrans were struggling against Protoss, it would still be an even win rate. Probably because of how big it is and how easy it is to get engagements spread out, where Protoss doesn't have force fields sectioning off everything, or Colossus doing as much AoE or storms for that matter. So a pretty good map for Terran, all in all.
But these spawns can't be that good for Terran. This
That
has
is
got to be
true.
the worst spawns.
Yeah, much like in CVT,
Yeah.
these spawns are oftentimes the annoying ones because they're closer. At the same time, I'm not sure how much that matters because it's like in CVT, it is because of the distance mostly, right? That's the main issue.
Well, the base to the left of his main is like going to be very hard to take
That's true.
and hold.
Yep.
So you're going to have to expand upwards, and
yeah,
getting run by there could be annoying.
that's true. That's an excellent point. So we'll see how this goes. iaguz scouting for proxies a little bit.
Yeah.
Neither player, or actually Bales did scout iaguz. I don't think iaguz has any idea where Bales is, so he's still scouting. And yeah, Bales going for a pretty quick Nexus himself.
Into a Stargate. You think we're going to see an Oracle?
Yep, I'm pretty sure
Probably.
we're gonna see an Oracle.
Yeah.
Especially because the positioning of the Stargate is so that there's the least amount of travel distance, and it's outside of the range of a scan potentially. So Terrans will oftentimes scan those areas, but then they're forfeiting scans on other areas. So as a Protoss player, you can sometimes spread out your tech far enough that one scan can't possibly cover all of it. So you can put it at different edges, I suppose. In this particular case, if iaguz decides to scan the main of Bales, he's not going to see the Stargate right away. So I like this positioning.
Yeah, me too. And we see an Oracle coming out.
Yep.
I just went for something that I don't know if it is weird, but it looks a bit weird with just 3 racks and nothing else, and it's getting stim.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird, but it's kind of common, I think,
it?
to just poke and try to get a force off photon overcharge.
Yeah.
What happens sometimes too is the Protoss will send their mothership core out scouting, and if that happens, if the Protoss is greedy on that regard, then the Terran can just kill the Protoss with a build like this, because if they recall, they won't have the energy for overcharge, and
They
mothership
could have,
starts to
couldn't
slow.
they?
No, I don't think he could have the energy for 2 or like maybe by the time
Yeah,
this hits.
there. Yeah, he could.
Okay, maybe, I don't know. That's the impression that I had. And then again, I'm not a Protoss or Terran expert
Yeah.
yet.
But after this game, you might.
Perhaps. So we see the Oracle shoot away, and again, like I was talking about earlier about Oracles and Phoenixes and units like that, they're really fast and they're harassy units, but they need to do damage, and the earlier they do damage, the better. Otherwise, they're kind of just wasted resources. So or resources not spent as well as they could have been. So this Oracle has to do something. Perhaps he'll just end up using it for Revelation if iaguz's defense is tight enough. But
It feels like you should always be able to pick out pick off the gas workers for free at least. I don't see how Terran would defend that unless they put
Well,
two
the Marines.
turrets.
It's all about the Marines, I think.
Yeah, okay, I guess that would work.
Yeah. So we'll see how good iaguz's positioning is. Bale's trying to poke in with the Oracle one more time.
Oops, and he's probably gonna get
SCV.
one working.
Nice.
This kind of stuff reminds me a bit of how they play with the Phoenixes in PvC. They
Yeah.
just fly around and get to one worker free here and there.
Yeah, the ones that are transferring and stuff like that.
Yeah, it gets really annoying in the end.
Yeah, it is. And Bale's going for a very quick robotics facility, so and adding 2 extra gateways. So do you think this is going to be a Colossus timing of 2 base, or
It seems like maybe 2 or 3 Colossus.
it's possible? He could do that, or he could also just take a third behind this, a little
Yeah.
bit safer.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what he decides to do. Now,
Okay.
Iaguz adding a turret, and that's going to allow him to move his units and perhaps go for a timing attack. It
Yeah.
looks like that's what he wants to do. He also has 2 medevacs, so he can force out 2 overcharges. At this point in time, Bales does have 2 overcharges. So he will have to first overcharge the natural, which is likely where Iaguz is going to be going. Actually, everything gets revelation.
That's really good for Bales in this
Yeah.
position. Because knowing where the medevacs are is pretty important here.
Yeah, he can always be positioned earlier and have his units there in place. So, yeah, that was a pretty good move by Bales.
Yeah.
We'll see what Iaguz is able to do with this. He at least should be able to force out an overcharge. There's no Colossus out yet, is there?
Yeah, there's one. What's his goal with this, do you think?
One, yeah.
Just to get the overcharge? Is that what he was hoping for?
Perhaps. I mean, if Bales is positioned where he's positioned, I think Iaguz could even take an engagement here. So Bales has to be pretty
The right
careful.
click is very scary of the Terrans.
Yeah, and he's going for it. Good force fields by Bales.
But yeah, the force fields are better than the right clicks
Yep.
at the moment.
So, yeah, Iaguz is going to be forced to pull back, not losing much.
No, and now their elevation's gone. Oh, and he's getting a drop in the main.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't know where that
really
was.
nice position for him. Maybe micro the medevac a bit.
That's going to be tough, but the Phoenix is going to chase it no matter what.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. But still, this is a nice.
Yeah, that was nice by Iaguz. And the Revelation's gone now, so
Yeah.
Iaguz can continue to poke in. Bale's sending all of his army upwards, so if Iaguz had been positioning himself to do some damage at the natural, perhaps he could have picked off something.
Probably.
At least a pylon.
This is just very. It's hard to be that active, don't control everything at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it's making an orbital in his 3rd command center now, so he's getting ready to expand again. So
Yeah.
this was just a small poke.
Yep, also there's a mine to take care of the Oracle that should one-shot it, so that's pretty good by Iaguz, not making a turret there, so it's pretty much bait.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I don't have a turret here, why come get me, bro, and then the Oracle could die to that.
The units lost time is pretty even, but on the workers you can see that Argus is ahead, and with 3 CCs.
Yeah, he did make that 2nd command center a lot quicker than Bales got his Nexus down.
This is very big for Argus.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of standard for Terran to get the 3rd up faster than the Protoss, though.
You think?
Yeah. So it shouldn't be the biggest deal for Bales. He's definitely, not far behind in this game.
How about the workers though? He's behind in workers, and then there's mules.
That is true. So yeah, that could be a bigger advantage for Iaguz. However, Iaguz is now producing Vikings and getting an extra starport. So this is really nice for him, actually. Oh, 2 medevacs, so
Ooh,
he
that's-
doesn't want to lose those.
It's not that they're that expensive, it's more that you don't want to lose the production time of the starport.
Yeah, you really need
Just
those
like
Vikings.
robo units in
Yeah.
CVP.
Exactly. So you really want those Vikings. It's now with the 2nd starport that becomes a little bit easier though.
I get the feeling that it would be strong from Argus.
What?
A 3-base timing with the boys, all the boys.
Yeah, probably.
Because the Templar tech is so far behind from Bales, and he already has a small advantage.
Yeah, that's a pretty common technique. Pull the boys. It's something that your teammate.
No,
No.
he's not my teammate. I think isn't it Show that invented it?
No, was it not? It was Nama, right?
But not pull the boys, like he didn't say pull the boys. He might
Oh,
have
okay,
invented
okay.
it, but not the word.
Okay, so yeah, so Show invented pulling the boys, but the strategy
Might have been,
might have
I'm not
been
sure.
Nama. Definitely one of the people that did it the most.
Nama is one of the more crazy players,
Yeah,
recently retired.
He definitely likes to pull the boys. Right?
Yeah, he likes to do crazy stuff. You know, today that an Asus ROG,
What?
he saw this random YouTube tutorial on how to proxy 3 starport in TVC.
Yeah.
Never played it, did it versus Uppy and won.
Nice.
Yeah. And now we see Iaguz. Is he gonna win? I don't know.
This is a nice poke, but really nice.
He's
observer
being
placement.
everywhere.
He is. Really? Oh, he's trying to pick off a Colossus as soon as
That
it
would be.
pops out.
This is really smart.
Yeah, but he's just gonna pussy out for now.
Yeah.
And,
Well, you don't really want to be that much out of position.
Yeah, that's true. If there's Blink and Stalkers, then that could be really dangerous. Beautiful placement with the Observers by Bales. He sees everything all the time. He saw the army of, or half the army of iaguz going behind and everything else. Iaguz is maxed though, so I think he has to trade here. If he understands that he has this much of a supply advantage, I think he needs to trade. His economy is better.
Still
as well.
ahead in workers, but I would really like to see him pull the boys.
Yeah, if he pulled, I would be really happy with pulling the boys. But even just attacking here and trading while taking a fourth, I think would be a really strong move.
I think so as well.
He's building a bank and he needs to make something.
I'm not sure if this is the way the matchup works, but seeing so many Vikings and so few medivacs makes it seem like it's more of a short-term army than something you want to stay on for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that many Vikings, you can probably two-shot Colossus. How many is it? I think 12 one-shot
Probably
Colossus.
something like that.
18, so he can
Wow.
one-shot Colossus easily.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and here they are, the boys. They're here.
the boys are here. The
They're
boys
ready
have
to
been
fight.
pulled, and Iaguz
Wow.
wow, he even has ghosts.
He has so many boys. This is going to be very hard for
Yeah,
Bales.
this is gonna be incredibly hard for Bales. There's no
Are we going to see the...
out, so
Oh, yeah, there's snowstorms. I called this so far ahead.
yeah, quite impressive.
Thank you. Quite the PvP.
Not really focusing the Colossus, but now he
Doesn't
is.
matter, the boys are here.
Yeah, the boys are much too big, and wow, a very decisive engagement for
The boys
Iaguz.
for Bales are gone. The game is over. Well played by Iaguz. No
Very
fear.
well played by Iaguz. So he's gonna go up 1-0 in the series of this Red Gaming tournament. I mean the MLG qualifier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Quite
so
impressive.
joining Petraeus and Vibe could be after this game. He could be.
Yeah.
Is that the only two that have played from Root?
Yeah, who else would have been played?
Vibe and Pet.
Yeah, it's Pet and Vibe have already played.
Okay, and then we have still Caliber, myself, and Iaguz playing the next 3 matches potentially.
And former Root State already played.
And former Red State already played and won. Yeah. Root
Against
or
who?
Hertz. Again, Saravati.
Oh.
Saravati. Yeah.
Sarvat seems like a nice guy. He's trying his best. It might not always be enough, but he tried. He cannon rushed me once. I don't really like him. I'm happy he lost.
Okay.
Very
Nope.
frustrating loss.
No bias though
No, well.
whatsoever. And yeah, we're gonna be entering the lobby for game 2. We'll be back in just 90 seconds, so stick around.
Bye bye.